Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon everybody. How are you doing today? This video is not about Meghan and Harry, but I've got to mention I did see them at the Ellen wedding.
Oh yeah.
Could they have stood any further apart? Am I reading too much into it?
I think so.
And I could hear Harry as well over that. You haven't seen the video yet.
No.
I could hear him over the audio going woo-hoo, 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 and making like silly noises.
I think she's got him on drugs and he's a
And no,
slave or
she
something.
actually looked to me like she was the one on the outsies, not him.
Really?
He looked like he was really, you know, on it, off his tits on something, and she was just in the corner trying to make the best of it, I think. Anyway, so today we have had one of our many inspections, annual inspections at the Dolphin Safari, and we passed, of course. And our next hurdle, so this video is going to be about sea survival and what it takes to run commercial shipping. We're going to do our sea survival course, aren't we?
We're going to do more with the boat this year.
So we're going to do a whole video when we come to do that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
going to
we
wear
have
the
to do that.
GoPro on my head. We have to jump in the sea.
We have to do that every 5 years.
I
Isn't it?
wondered what you were going to say. Every
No, you have to wear the life jacket and jump in the sea and
so
swim about. And of course, it's winter, isn't it? You can't afford to do it in the summer because you're dead busy doing working. So you have to do it in the quiet time of year, which is cold. So
we should time it to do it in
we
the
can't
autumn.
because you just
The
lose,
autumn.
you know, you make your money in the summer. You can't afford to stop in the summer.
We could do it.
Say,
in
we'll just go and do a
November's
sea
all right.
survival course.
October, November is nowhere near as cold as
Yeah,
February.
yeah. But we tend to be reasonably busy.
So we've got to get the wetsuits out, and we're doing it with our boss Tim. So
Yeah.
he will be in that video, and I think it'll be fun, the three of us doing it together.
Yeah. And he's
We're all really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Like pouring icy cold water over your own head in the winter.
Well, you have to stay in the pool. We have a really handsome instructor, so I know you don't care about that, but James is really handsome, you'll see. We've got the sailing school next door to us, so we do it with them. We go to the Gaza swimming pool, which is at the sea, basically. They have pontoons, and then
Faith said she did it in the indoor pool.
I asked the girl today, she said, no, we're back at the Gaza outdoor pool. I know. And you can see the fish swim through the net. There's like a fence underneath the water to stop sharks and really big fish.
Yeah, yeah.
But you get little fish swimming in and out, and then they make us jump in the pool, and I think we stay in the pool about an hour.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I've got a winter warmer wetsuit I bought off this guy who was leaving. I give him 20 quid for it. He goes, it's worth a lot more than that. I said, well, look, mate, I don't want it. I'm sitting outside a pub drinking in the summer, and he's like there with a big thick wetsuit that he can dive in Norwegian fields with. And he said, look, it's a really good wetsuit. I said, but mate, I don't go swimming and don't want it. I said, I'll give you 20 quid for it.
I reckon you'll be
might
too
use
hot.
it one day, and this might be the day.
I think you're
It
going to be
comes in handy.
too hot. And
I don't care if I'm too hot. I just get miserable if I'm too cold.
I've got a horrible feeling
Your
I
lips
threw it
start
out.
going blue. I give 20 quid for that. No, I think I know what it is. It's
I
on
think
the boat.
I threw it
It's on the boat.
out.
It's on the boat. I don't think so.
Anyway, my wetsuit's quite thin because they do get hot. I'm going to get some some of those wetsuit socks as well.
We've got some.
And
We bought
gloves.
them last time.
I think
we did it.
I threw them away. I think. Well, I mean,
Things you only use once every 5 years.
I didn't think we would be using the socks again. Oh, and then they throw a life raft in, which goes springs into life, and then we all have to climb in it. And the last time I
You've
did
got
it,
to turn it over first because they put it upside down for you, so you got to right it.
oh
so
no, they
people
just
can
threw
get
it in.
Oh, did they?
They just threw the pod in and let it explode, and it was the right way up. And then we have to all jump in with these huge life jackets on, and we have to swim around and do crocodiles and order dinner for an hour until you're literally on the verge of hypothermia, and then you have to climb in the life raft. And this time I'm going to be one of the last in the life raft because there's only one little door, and the people are breathing heavily, and the oxygen is just gone, and I passed out. I ran out of oxygen. And because all these men were going, and I was right at the back. Luckily, somebody noticed and pushed me to the front so I could get some air. So I'm going in there last this time. And they're like 6-man life rafts, and they're put 10 of us in them.
They've got a few like that.
And it's got a tent.
When last time I did it, they had a load of life rafts. They just pumped them up by hand. They had like an electric pump.
No, he actually has them repacked, and then they're in their shell, and then he just throws them in, and they set themselves off.
Yeah.
And I think we only had one life raft. I can't remember.
Took
So we have to
10,
do that, and
shivering around a freezing cold pool.
and then we'll all be going to the bar for brandies afterwards.
This pool floats in the sea, and it's got loads of. It's like a sieve, but it floats.
Yeah,
so you're
that's
actually
good.
in the sea.
That is a really good way of describing
It's
it.
the same temperature, everything. You know, fish can't come in and sharks and eat you like you know. But
You do get fish in there. There's quite big holes in the sieve, so quite large fish can get through. I like the fish.
yeah.
I'll try and get some underwater footage of that as well while we're doing it.
Yeah, we used the GoPro.
Yeah, we've got 2 GoPros,
Yeah.
so we can film each other and Tim.
We could
shivering
interview
away.
fellow
Yeah.
people on the course.
Yeah, because there's loads of us, loads of.
See who's the most miserable.
There are loads of seafarers in Gibraltar. It's very much a shipping community. And I was saying to the inspector today that we all fall under this treaty. It's an international treaty that create the laws and the rules. And I said to him, they've just never really allowed for the smaller vessels. We are treated as if we are a ship. We have to be to the same standard as, for example, an ocean liner.
That's because you qualified to work on a ship and you could leave and get a job on a ship tomorrow.
I wasn't talking about the STCWs. I meant the whole business of dolphin safari. We're treated as if we're a ship.
It's true, it's true.
To the same standards.
I am a ship's captain. And I said, it's only 40 foot long. Are you sure that's a ship? No, I tell you what it was. I went to England to visit her mother, and she said, you can use my car, I'll get you put on my insurance. And it didn't cost any money. But I had to speak to them and give them my driving licence details, tell them how much and occupation. And I said, I drive a 25 passenger commercial dolphin boat. And they looked it up, because there's lists of all the jobs. And they said, well, it comes under ship's captain. I said, well, it's only 40 foot long. And they said, it doesn't matter, it's a commercial passenger vessel, so you are a ship's captain. And I thought, it's all right, ship's captain. Well, it's a very small ship, but I'm a ship's captain.
Anyway, all the life jacket lights worked. They all went off.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Everything worked. We've just got one or two little things we've got to fix on the boat.
Yeah. Normal sort of things.
It's an ongoing process all the time.
Yeah.
And quite right too.
Nothing major.
Quite right too, because there have obviously been whoopsies at sea.
Yeah.
So you have to do what you can to...
Yeah, the season starts Easter, really.
So that's going to be in about 3 weeks. You will see us all in wetsuits. Well, me, Graham and Tim, jumping in the freezing cold water in Gibraltar. And although this is a warm climate, the sea is still bloody cold.
We'll be doing a debrief in the pub afterwards. Oh,
definitely.
On the brandy.
I can hear the cat. I think she wants to come in.
Cat's outside, is she?
So, anyway, so getting back to Harry and Meghan, because I know that's what you'll really like. I thought that was very interesting, that they were so far apart. They're not... Because she was always like this before. Oh, Harry... Oh,
clinging to his hand, squeezing his hand.
We're so in love. It was such a different contrast. It's interesting, isn't it, body language, and just noticing things and how it goes. I'm halfway through watching Pamela Anderson's story. She's quite a nice lady. I like Pamela Anderson.
Yeah. And Ross, your book hasn't landed yet, mate.
Who? Oh no. I bet it's gone to Aldershot.
Aldershot is GU11. And Gibraltar's GA11, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, but the computer just automatically
goes,
corrects it.
send it to Aldershot.
Yeah.
So you might get it back in a few weeks' time saying we can't find Gibraltar.
Yeah, and I hope you get a refund. So, yeah. So, what's everybody else up to this Friday evening? We've got the fire lit, and we'll definitely be getting that lit in 3 weeks' time when we're jumping in the water. Yeah, Graham tidied it up specially, and then we didn't make the video over there. As always, see you later. Thank you for listening.